Hello, and welcome to Florida Veterans Real Estate Podcast. Today, we are focused on new construction by national builders. However, before we go on, don't think for 1 second that local builders and banks aren't offering their own incentives either. Do your homework. Here's what most veterans don't realize. Builders want your business. And when it comes to new construction, especially spec homes, they're willing to put serious money on the table to earn it. I'm talking rate buy-downs, closing cost credits, and upgrades that can save you 5 figures if you know how to negotiate. Stack that with your VA loan, 0 down, no PMI, and you could walk into a brand new Florida home with almost nothing out of pocket. I'm your host, and by now, you already know why I do this. The short version, Darian has been in your boots. He's bought homes himself. And he's watched too many veterans leave money on the table simply because nobody explained the process clearly. Today, we're breaking down new construction, what it really means for Florida veterans, how to find the deals, and how to make the system work for you instead of the other way around. Here's what we're covering in this episode: what spec homes actually are, and why they're the builder's best-kept secret, which national builders are dominating Florida's housing market right now, how builder incentives work, and where the fine print hides. And finally, how your VA benefits give you real leverage at the negotiation table. If you're even thinking about buying new construction in Florida, this episode could save you thousands. Take a quick action step for me before we dive in. Grab your phone or notebook and title a page, Builder Deals. Every time you hear something today that makes you think, I didn't know that, write it down. That single note could be worth a few $1,000s when it's your turn to buy. Let's get into it. What is a spec home? Let's keep this simple. A spec home, short for speculative home, is a property a builder starts or finishes without having a specific buyer lined up. Why? Because builders know most families don't want to wait 9 to 12 months for a new house. They want to move now, especially military families relocating under PCS orders or veterans leaving rentals behind. So builders take the risk up front. They design, finance, and start building homes based on market demand, hoping a ready buyer shows up before the paint dries. Sometimes you find these homes in the drywall stage. You can still pick your finishes or paint colors. Other times, they're 100% complete and sitting empty. Either way, one thing is constant: builders don't like inventory sitting still. Every unsold home is a financial anchor. Taxes, insurance, utilities, interest payments. Every day that home sits, it eats into profit. So what do? They discount it. They throw in incentives. They push their sales reps to move that inventory. Think about it like this. If you ran a business with $1 million tied up in unsold product, what would you do? You'd move it fast. Builders think the same way. And this is where you, the veteran buyer, can win big. Let's break down the math. Imagine a $325,000 spec home in Clay County. A civilian buyer using a conventional loan might need 20% down. That's $65,000 upfront plus closing costs. You, with a VA loan, 0 down, no PMI. Add a $10,000 builder credit toward closing, and suddenly you're stepping into a brand new home for next to nothing. The builder moves inventory. You move into a home with instant equity. Everybody wins. Now, one more key insight: spec homes tend to pop up in clusters toward the end of a quarter or fiscal year. That's when builders are trying to hit sales quotas. If you shop smart, March, June, September, December, you'll see the best incentives. Veterans who time the market like that often save $5,000 to $10,000 just by paying attention to when they buy. And let's be honest, we all know timing matters. Whether it's deployment orders, promotion cycles, or life transitions, veterans understand timing better than most. Apply that mindset to your home purchase. So when you drive through a neighborhood and see a quick move-in sign, that's your opportunity waving back at you. Here's a reflection question for you. If you could buy a home 60 days faster with less cash out of pocket and the builder paid your closing costs, what would stop you? Usually the only answer is awareness. That's why this episode exists, to close that gap. But let's keep in mind, less down equals higher monthly payments. Let's be honest here. Florida is a battlefield for national builders. If you've driven through Jacksonville, Clay County, St. Johns, or anywhere near Tampa, you've seen their flags flying. Let's call out the major players. 1. D.R. Horton, the nation's largest builder. Their game is volume. They own huge tracts of land and deliver move-in-ready homes at competitive prices. Think affordability and reliability. You'll see them all over Clay and Duval counties. 2. Lenner, the family-first builder. Their neighborhoods come packed with amenities, pools, fitness centers, playgrounds, and everything's included design packages. They're huge in Northeast and Central Florida. 3. Dreamfinders Homes. Smaller than D.R. Horton, but big around Jacksonville and St. Augustine. They mix semi-custom builds with spec homes. You might choose your finishes even in a late-stage spec build. 4. Richmond American, focused on design. They market heavily to buyers who want style and a bit more customization. 5. Pult Homes, mid to high-end communities, strong emphasis on long-term amenities and location. You'll find them near good school zones and established infrastructure. Now, here's what these companies have in common. They all love VA buyers. Why? Because VA loans close. They're backed by the U.S. government. That means fewer fall-throughs, fewer surprises, and reliable closings. Exactly what builders need when they're juggling dozens of active projects. And there's another reason they like working with you. Veterans buy decisively. You're used to making mission-driven decisions. Builders notice that. Here, another action step for you. Take one Saturday, hop in your car, and tour 3 builder communities. Don't go in to buy. Go in to learn, walk through model homes, ask questions, see what the incentives look like. Ask, what's your current move-in special? Or, do you have any VA incentives? Write it all down. That's free market intelligence 99% of people never collect. When you walk in prepared, when you understand which builders compete for the same buyers, you're not just another prospect. You're an educated veteran buyer walking in with leverage. Here's where things get interesting, and a little dangerous if you don't read between the lines. Builders offer incentives because they want to move houses fast, but not all incentives are created equal. Some genuinely save you money. Others look shiny up front but cost you more long term. Let's break them down like a field manual. 1. Closing cost credits. This is the most straightforward perk. The builder pays part of your closing costs, sometimes $5,000, sometimes $15,000. It directly reduces what you owe on closing day. For a VA buyer already putting $0 down, that could mean walking into your home for little more than the cost of an inspection and appraisal. 2. Rate buy-downs. A builder may offer to buy down your mortgage rate for the first 2 or 3 years. You'll see ads like 2-1 buy down, 2% lower first year. Here's how it works. The builder prepays a chunk of your interest, lowering your monthly payment short term. It's a good bridge if you know your income will rise or if you plan to refinance later. But understand, when the buy down ends, your payment jumps. Don't get caught off guard. 3. Free upgrades. Granite countertops, stainless appliances, luxury vinyl plank flooring. Those are nice perks, but upgrades rarely beat financial incentives. Rule of thumb, if the upgrade doesn't raise your appraisal value, take the cash credit instead. 4. Preferred lender bonuses. Many builders offer extra incentives if you use their in-house lender. That's convenient. One team handles everything, but always compare their rate and fees with an outside VA-approved lender. Sometimes that bonus hides a higher interest rate. You're allowed to shop, use that freedom. Now here's where your VA benefits become the ultimate stacking tool. You already have $0 down and no PMI. Stack on a $10,000 builder credit plus Florida's veterans property tax exemptions. You've just created a perfect storm of savings. Example. A veteran in St. Johns County bought a Lenner spec home at $340,000. Lenner threw in $12,000 toward closing costs if he used their lender. His VA loan, $0 down. Out of pocket, less than $1,000 total. That's how leverage works. Write these words somewhere. Stack the benefits. Your power isn't just the VA loan, it's the combination. VA plus builder credits plus tax breaks equals maximum advantage. Remember, builders run sales cycles like retail. Incentives spike near quarter ends and before inventory clearouts. Ask, what promotions are ending soon? That simple question often unlocks the biggest discounts. All right, time to look under the hood. Builder incentives sound great until you read the contract. Here's what to watch for. 1. Preferred lender requirements. Many builders make incentives conditional. Use our lender or lose the credit. Sometimes that's fair. The builder controls the timeline, but sometimes their rates are 0.25% higher. Over 30 years, that's tens of thousands of dollars. Always get a written loan estimate from both lenders before you commit. 2. HOA and CDD fees. Florida's new communities almost always carry HOA or CDD charges, sometimes both. HOA keeps the neighborhood maintained, lawns, pools, gates. CDD, or Community Development District, pays back the cost of roads and utilities. Together, they can add $150 to $300 a month to your housing expense. Many buyers focus on the $10,000 closing credit but ignore that extra monthly cost. That's about $2,400 a year or $24,000 over 10 years. Let's not forget property taxes. Once land has a home on it, that's an improvement, which equals increased property taxes. Do your research on recently sold new construction to get an idea what the new taxes may be. 3. Spec home limitations. What you see is what you get. You don't pick the granite, the tile, or the cabinet color. If you want customization, you'll pay extra for a to-be-built home and wait months longer. 4. Warranties and punch lists. Every builder usually promises a 1-year workmanship warranty and a 10-year structural warranty. Read it. Some require you to submit repair requests in writing through a portal. Miss that deadline, lose the coverage. 5. Representation. Builder sales reps work for the builder. Their job is to sell inventory, not protect your interests. Hire a veteran-friendly real estate agent who understands VA loans and construction contracts. That agent costs you nothing. The builder pays their commission, but they can save you from expensive mistakes. Here's the mindset shift. Incentives aren't gifts, they're tools. Use them strategically, not emotionally. Now let's talk leverage, because veterans have more of it than anyone else walking into a builder's office. 1. No down payment. While civilians drain their savings for 20% down, you keep your cash for emergencies or improvements. That alone changes your financial posture. 2. Reliable closings. Builders like VA buyers because VA loans close. The funding is guaranteed by the federal government and appraisal standards are clear. To a builder juggling 100 homes, reliability is worth gold. 3. Florida tax exemptions. If you're 10% or more service-connected disabled, you qualify for partial property tax relief. If you're 100% P&T disabled, Florida wipes your property tax completely. That's thousands per year saved. Every year you own the home. 4. Stackable incentives. Here's a real-world stack. VA loan or $0 down, no PMI. Builder credit equals $10,000 toward closing. Tax exemption. Annual savings of $3,000 to $5,000. Added up over 5 years, and you've saved $25,000 or more compared to your civilian neighbor. Here's another scenario for you. Dieter Horton's spec home listed at $325,000. Builder offers $10,000 in closing costs. You use your VA loan, no down payment. If you're 100% disabled, property taxes equals $0. Out-of-pocket at closing, minimal. Ongoing savings, massive. 5. Community growth advantage. Many new construction neighborhoods include schools, parks, and retail development. Buying early means you benefit from appreciation as the area matures. Veterans who get in during Phase 1 often see their home values jump 5 to 10% before the final phase even opens. 6. Quality of life. Brand new systems mean less maintenance stress. When you're balancing work, family, and transition from military life, that matters. You won't spend your weekends replacing AC units or roofing, you'll spend them living. Reflection point. Think about what you'd do if you didn't owe property taxes every year. That's a raise you give yourself, and it comes from buying smart. Now that you know the mechanics, let's talk tactics. Builders want to move homes. That gives you leverage. 1. Ask every time, what's the best incentive you're offering right now? Even if it's advertised, say the words out loud. Sales reps are authorized to offer extras when they sense a serious buyer. 2. Target inventory homes. Spec homes cost builders money to hold. Future builds don't. That's why they'll negotiate more on move-in ready properties. 3. Don't skip inspections. New doesn't mean flawless. Hire your own inspector, not the builder's. You'd be amazed what turns up. Missing insulation, drain issues, electrical mistakes. Fixing those before closing costs nothing. After closing, they're yours. 4. Prioritize financial incentives over decorative perks. A $10,000 closing credit beats a free granite upgrade every time. Granite won't pay your mortgage. 5. Play the calendar. End of month, motivated sales teams. End of quarter, motivated regional managers. You might not even need to negotiate, just show up at the right time. 6. Use your agent as your shield. Let them deliver the hard asks. Your job is to stay calm, objective, and mission-focused. Here's another challenge for you. Next time you tour a builder community, ask, what's the best deal you've given another veteran this month? You'll be surprised what they say once you establish that common bond. Let's tighten this up like an after-action report. Mission summary. Spec homes equals speed plus leverage. They exist because builders hate inventory. Use that to your advantage. Big Florida builders, D.R. Horton, Lenner, Dreamfinders, Pult, Richmond American, they all work with VA buyers. Incentives matter, but stack them with your VA loan and tax benefits for maximum impact. Fine print counts. Preferred lenders, HOAs, and CDDs change the math if you're not careful. Veterans have leverage. Use it confidently because you've earned it. Write this in your notes right now. Incentives are tools, not gifts. That's the mindset shift that turns you from buyer to strategic investor. And if you remember only one line from today, make it this. Builders want to move houses. Veterans want to build legacies. Those two goals align when you know how to play the game. That wraps up another episode of the Florida Veterans Real Estate Podcast. Every veteran has earned more than a thank you. You've earned the right to stability, to equity, and to a home that serves your family. This show exists to help you claim that right. Whether you're just getting started or already building your portfolio, remember, real estate isn't about houses. It's about freedom. The kind you fought for and the kind your kids will inherit. So take what you learned today, share it with another veteran, and start a conversation that matters. One smart purchase at a time, we build stronger communities. If you found value in this episode, hit subscribe, drop a review, and share it with a fellow veteran thinking about buying a home. Your voice helps others find theirs. So, until next time, stay focused, stay disciplined, and remember, April, everything you want is on the other side of fear.